So you're in your early 30s.
We were correct.
You're making $36,000 a month when
in-
$36,000 a month meant something.
That's right. That's right.
It was big money.
It was a lot of money today.
I understand, but
Yeah,
it was big.
It was big
It's
money.
like triple.
Yeah. So this would have been 1986, 87, 88, right in that range. Yeah.
Cool.
So and we thought, wow, that we died and gone to heaven.
Right.
You know, this was amazing. And then the company failed.
Yeah.
You
It
know?
happens from time to time.
Yeah, the company failed, and
Sometimes they're just so generous with the field. Maybe they paid too much, or maybe they make some
they
mistakes.
spent too much. In that
They
case.
spend too much.
Yeah.
You know, they think it's never going to stop growing. They have a level off month and they get wiped out.
Exactly. So. So it became
It's disastrous when that happens, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just absolute.
Never
Did you ever think, I'm done?
It was no.
Never.
Never
You
thought
never
that.
thought, they let me down.
No, you
make too
because-
much money.
Yeah,
You've seen too much evidence.
we had the lifestyle. You know, we enjoyed, and the thing that Bethany and I enjoyed, our kids, Chris, Brad's older brother had been born, and Brad was born, and so, we had mobility, we had freedom as a couple, raising our kids. I was the only dad at field trips, right? It was all the other moms, and they said, wow, how come you're here, And I said, well, I'm semi-retired. They say, you're not old enough to be retired. I said, It takes money, not age.
Right, right.
But it gave us all kinds of mobility. It gave us great freedom, to be able to. And we didn't want to give that up. What am I going to do, So, but I'll never forget that phone call. When that phone call came and they said that the checks aren't coming now, and they're not coming ever, and it was December 15th, and grown men were crying on that phone call, talking about having to take Christmas presents back. I mean, it was devastating. And so it was the following, it was that 4-month period of time after that where we had to make some decisions.
So this 4-month period of time. So so you end up finding chapter 3.
Chapter 3,
And,
same with the same mentors.
Okay, we're going to go do it again.
Same relationship, and of course then
kind of held the team together as best you could.
As best we could, but chapter 1 to 2 didn't hold well together, and 2 to 3. There's always that difficulty in that transition. But one of the things that we've always done is we've always endeavored to create relationships first, and the relationships are the strength of what we've been able to even build today, no question about it. And so, some key relationships came with us, and then we had yet even a greater growth. We've been blessed, and we're so fortunate that our curve of growth has not been like this. It's been like this.
Wow.
I mean, which is hard. Just based conditionally, it's hard to find in the industry.
It's rare, yeah.
And again, I attribute that to that great relationship that started in chapter 1, that continued in chapter 2, and then in chapter 3, it just tripled again almost
tripled again
in income to up over $93,000 a month.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you ever get it to 100?
Not there, but
It's
we
a
have
magic
now.
number, isn't
Oh
it?
yeah.
You're always shooting for it.
So anyway, it was in the that of course, greater mobility, greater freedom, a bigger realization that when you put people first, first and foremost, and when you put the needs of people that you're dealing with, when you put that center stage, then I don't care what aspect of your business you're building, whether you're teaching people how to approach people, you're teaching people how to present, you're teaching people how to close, whatever it might be, when needs become all-centric, man, your success rate just skyrockets.
Yeah.
And that's what we experienced there. And and I think we were incredibly fortunate also, though, to have just tremendous evolution of opportunities that followed us to the point that gave us the mobility after about 6 years and over about $7 million of income, really to step back from the industry a little bit. Our boys were growing up, and Chris and Brad were playing high school basketball. I was coaching a little bit, and it gave Bethany and I it really gave us the freedom that is always talked about, that everybody wants, but are you ever able to, like you were sharing, that no man's land of 100,000 a year. You pay your taxes and what's left.
Right.
You got to get up and over that hump to be able to really capture that. And yet, as I always share people, where are you going to go? What's your plan B? Where do you have a chance to be able to hit that financial home run other than this industry?
Right. So in total, over the course of your career, how much have you earned?
$26 million.
$26 million.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And Chapter 4 has more than tripled, almost quadrupled.
And what are you at? What will you earn this year, for example, approximately?
3.8.
$3.8 million.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, incredible. I mean, we're pinch ourselves, but hey.
So next year will be 30, and then
I mean,
soon to be 40.
We give God all the glory. I mean,
wow.
We've been blessed. We have a personal philosophy. I don't know how people believe, but we just believe that if you pray like it all depends on Him and you work like it all depends on you, you can't beat that combination.
That's
based upon however you believe.
That's a great thought.
So and here's the fulfillment now. We've really been able to see the business become a family business. Chris, our oldest son, is 30 years old and full time in the business. Brad, of course, who is become a legend in his own age group. In terms of what he's done and what he's launched. And our daughter Amy, who just got married, is at $250,000 a year in income. At 23 years old, and so we as a
family. I mean, what will your family make this year?
Well, we haven't figured out the year. In March of this year, it was $600. We made $650,000 in the month of March.
So your family's going to be like $7 million, $8 million bucks this year.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
how fun is that?
Oh, it's amazing. But
what's Christmas like?
What
do you guys give each other?
It's
like
every
airplanes?
And it's every week.
Wait. Well, Dad, you get a helicopter. Oh, okay. You get a golf course.
That's right. I'm waiting for Brad to retire us. I mean, he says he's going to retire his parents, so I'm waiting for that to happen.
My gosh.
But honestly, here's the greatest fulfillment of all, though. I mean, clearly you want to get to a point where you have no debt. You have all sorts of new decisions that you get to enjoy in terms of investing and what you do with what you've been given. But here's the greatest fulfillment. We're seeing just scores of people in our organization that earn $100, $200, $300,
your income,
$500,000.
Your income is a measure of how many people you're helping.
Exactly.
I mean, it's not a zero-sum game. You're winning and they're losing. It's not about that at all.
But so much of that goes to professionals like you, to your credit, because what you've done with GoPro, what so many great industry experts, whether you're strictly in the personal development arena or whether you are in the network marketing arena, from the standpoint of teaching people, like you say, how to seriously go about this. I always said, become a student of the business.
Right.
Your book has done so much to elevate everybody's vision of because let's face it, we fight that out there all the time in the industry. We fight all the negativity that comes with the labeling of the industry.
Sure.
And so you've played a huge role.
And the principles are old, aren't they?
Oh, networking 101. I mean,
they're not going to the principles that are in there are going to be good for 20 years.
But you took it in a way, you put it in a way that people can understand it, that they can absorb it, that they can utilize it, and we are just we're such promoters of it, of not only what you've done, but of personal development in general. Because Rich DeVos in Amway said it years ago. If you'll build the people, the people will build the business.
Yeah.
And so
all those greats, Rich DeVos and Art Williams, pushing up people, and all of those greats.
That's what GoPro is all about.
Yeah.
Building you up as a person, as a professional in the industry.
Yeah.